Concoction doesn't want it, actually blinks away before throwing it. That means CCNC. Oh no! He thought GH was going to walk up the ramp. Oops. Mid lane pressure. Acid Spray will slow this down. Fortification going to do the same type of thing. Kuro, the Chain Frost, it bounces down. And it just continues to work with the Catapult against CNC. But he's tanky enough. Is he? Not with Concoction. Zai is doing the best he can to keep him alive. But now gets caught in the bramble. It caught two heroes. Now the TP out from 33. He'll have the time because there's no more stuns available. So Tiny as well as Io will pop borrowed time. TPD's got it 2 seconds until shield's up. And he doesn't have that time. Highcat does the best he can to keep the mid lane continuously pushing in towards that tier 1 tower. Net worth per minute, but having the Alchemist this big, these BKBs will allow Optic to survive, but it will not allow them to kill. And they're TPing over. The Dire scanning up. Highcat wanted to know it was going to be safe, trying to get into the back lines. As the front lines attack, the Swarm is really good. His mind control, his Kuro, and that's why CCNC focus him. Concoction stun into the rear. They're looking for the kill onto Zai, able to claim it. So there goes the medic. And then reincarnation. Wraith King gets back to the world of the living, the bramble. It won't catch anyone from Optic, neither does it terrorize. Two huge whips, and Optic have an opportunity with these control factors gone and Chemical Rage timing out. Optic will look to turn this. They've already mentioned nuke down GH, CCNC, sacrificing himself to do this. With none of that burst damage, Optic just have to stay inside their base and fight illusions. They can't even fight the real stuff. The illusions to get rid of the bug as quick as he can.
Liquid got 3 runes.
Yeah.
Toby, you gotta keep your eyes on it, man. That 1,000.
My eyes are watching.
We're almost there.
I'm watching mid lane. Zai comes in. He's trying to think he's under the cover of Glimmer Cape, but the Sentry Ward was already down from Liquid, and it is the ultimate trap. Mind Control and Miracle combo with the rest of Liquid. 5 heroes mid, ready to push.
Holding this without Dragon Knight is really difficult. He's going to have to buy back if they want to try to defend these middle barracks. They might just be giving them away. Dragon Knight buying back when he's this close to BKB is really, really annoying.
Miracle's hunting for another kill. PPT, is this going to be your 9th death of the game? Technically it'll be the 11th. 2 of them were on his terms. Miracle. Chemical Rage, he's trying to taunt his way out. He's only got another 2-3 seconds left on it, so he'll run back out through the mid. The tower is gone, so they can attack into the shrines if they want to. It's the toss back. They're getting Miracle in real deep. The drop
he lost edges.
Perfect, and without the Aegis Immortal, with it being timed out, Miracle can be brought down. Matumba's trying to help him out by coming in closer. The Pycat runs through him. A huge kill, 703 gold worth of a kill, and they're charging forward. CCNC with the stun. Wraith King, he's got 21 charges. Does he want to burn it? Does he want to try and come back to the world of the living? Maybe not, because 33 can't even run away. He'll dodge the stun into the Shadow Realm, and he did actually burn the reincarnation. So Mind Control turns around, trying to take the fight. Zai, oh my god, this is not what he wants to be in. And Mind Control, he's got himself a double kill. Miracle opened up.
Beautiful
and just
bait.
Brought down Pycat. You thought it was Optic's fight for a moment.
Beautiful bait. He buys back, has the Boots of Travel, comes in. They overcommit on Matumba, man. And with these 2 heroes dead, Weaver has to buy back to try and defend this. And Miracle feels pretty good about buying back here. In case he does die somehow, what are the odds that Optic can get down a lane? The advantage that they have, and Miracle with a great planned play. They had a lot of time to plan this as well, Liquid. Keep it in mind, that kill on the Wraith King took so long that they could communicate, all right, if they overcommit, I can buy back and come back in.
It's a bait. It's an ultimate bait. It's just the illusion. Now the real team of Team Liquid come through. 33, he did break the smoke almost instantly, thanks to the fact that he was there.
Miracle, you don't have ulti?
But they're jumping over. Miracle, he jumps in close, but then the space created with Terrorize and Chain Frost. All the damage that Team Liquid need to win this fight. Pycat 33, they just don't have the extra teammates. Pycat, he wants this kill, but he can't even claim Miracle. Denied. Pycat into the trees. They'll get the stun out, and Optic, they're all dead. Tribute LD.
It takes some confidence to go in there as Alchemist without ulti. You really need to trust in your team. No!
They call it.
984!
They call it. He's so close to getting him, but it won't happen. The Team Liquid have it. Game 1 against Optic Gaming. It looked close, it looked good, but this Alchemist was a ticking time bomb that exploded on Optic.
They took so much advantage.
The Spiders with one swing. Really trying to make sure that Matumba doesn't have a free time. They've even got the Observe Ward blocking up the camp.
All right, this time around Optic will get bounty runes, so that's good news. Looks like an even trade-off for 2.
Yeah, bottom lane though, Mind Control's looking for the kill. Land Flash, you have Lasso up and running. PL needs to be able to doppelganger away. Rolling Boulder, they kept the control going so long, and PPD, mercy, mercy, mercy. The Crystal Maiden is now 0-6. And life is very hard for her, but it's the diminishing returns. There has to be diminishing returns eventually on this. Maybe with the Haster and CC can work with Zion. They have the Observer Ward down. They're looking for the Brood, but Matumba's in pretty deep.
He's playing this very well. Has a good read on what's going on.
Rolling Boulder in. They're looking for a double. Kick is going to not be there. They tell him the magnetizer set. Oh, the kick is still there. CC can't escape from this. Toss was still on cooldown. Sakuro swapping Zai back into the fight. And then the perfect body block and control.
You do, we'll just swap to the other side of the map. And they will grab at least one here, maybe two, we'll see. Top lane.
3 TBs up towards the top lane. ES came into the tier 2 tower. Kuro will arrive with Mind Control. No Blink Dagger available, so lands from Pycat. Tries to slow him down, but he doesn't have Doppelganger. 33 can't really save him. Propper's coming in through the rear. They'll lasso and drag Pycat down. Now he's not got Doppelganger available. The kick and silence is pretty good from GH, but there's a lot more support arriving in from Optic. GH in the tree line, they'll take anything they can, but CC once more. Avalanche and toss onto Miracle, but CC interrupted by the magic missile of Kuro. Miracle just has to enrage and TP out, and somehow GH is still running away from Pycat all the way up on the north. 33 can't find his own target. Maybe with the Yor Scepter they can bring down Kuro. Reaper Sight is still available. Finally the kill happens up on the top. Liquid heavily split, but Mind Control's not done yet. The Flame Break onto 33. He'll go Shroud and get that regeneration out. Zai finishes off the tower. Mind Control still can't get closer. However, maybe when PPD is this slow, they can actually do it. He has to Frostbite and run to the side. CC's got combination available. PPD will finally drop, and they just want to leave the Reaper Scythe on the bottom. They find the kill onto Matumba. A huge kill, down for so long, and a huge amount of money in for 33. Right now, Prophet still has a lot of momentum on top lane. CC's farming in the jungle, getting very close towards that Shadow Blade, but they need to hold their buyback money too. Tiny and Necro both have buyback available, and here's Matumba testing the defenses, putting the toe in the Optic Blake. And how cold is it going to be? PPD, oh, that's cold. That's real cold. PPD just gets exploded again. 43 seconds down, Blink Lasso, big target. They called out 33. There needs to be some kind of save. CNC, where is the extra help? The swap back, they just keep going one by one. Luckily, there's a lot more Pycat where that came from. Chasing up to Kuro, burning off the mana. Pycat now has to use the mana cell, but he waited. So then the Diffuser Blade follow-up is up. Pycat does not have buyback available. Necro is used his. Miracle has burned the BKB. Now, you may have taken the top tier 2 tower and Zai's reaching the tier 3 tower on top, but you are losing your mid if you're Optic. And who wants to come back to defend this? Zai's already beginning his TP out, and it's Mind Control who's sent back for defense. They don't care. Miracle and Matumba will be happy to continue this fight.
That was the one lasso they needed. The exact target at the exact time. Mind Control just waited for it patiently. When's Necro coming in?
Send him up, bring him back down again. Remember, there's still the Aegis Immortal on Matama, but Avalanche, can he toss him back in? No! The silence is up, and CC, the triple kick! GH! God! So good! Triple kill for Miracle! They're gonna look for the Ultra! This will be a dive back on 33! Wait for the inevitable! Matama's just a beast! Miracle will take the Ultra kill, and that really is probably the game. They're in fact doing it. GG call, it's gonna come out just a bit as the GG pushes up. Pycat is the sole defender for Optic Gaming, and there is no way he can hold back the Horde.
Liquid just looks so good, man. They're making all these super good decisions with which heroes they put where, how they play their lanes, how they move around, spell casting, everything's on point. They look in really good shape, honestly.
Yeah.
That's
GG.
That's it.
Team Liquid have done it. Took half an hour for game 2, but it belongs to them, and so does top 6. They are the defending champions, and they are playing champion level Dota.
They made it look easy this game, I gotta say. This time, they didn't have this super big out target.
He pulls out the smoke now, though.
Oh.
So they're thinking about wrapping around here from LGD. It's going to be pretty quick, though. It's Ame, might be found here.
But look at how well he's farming. Like earlier, it was farming aggressively, and we'll see if Roger can get into range to find him with those 3 points in X. It's a really good initiation range. The Gus does end up hitting, but this still is going to connect with the boat, and now they're TPing in the rest of the heroes, but Drow's already dead. Chalice, full as brass, just walking forward, but they're going to Nightmare and run away. Or are they sandwiched? FY? does have a swap available. It's going to swap back into Bane, and Magic Missile out as well. They do not have any boat any further forward, but now the chase, they have the Reaper sight going in. They want to try and force this fight, it looks like. Although PSG, LG, have they overextended? Ramses is showing up with the familiars, and they're able to take a couple kills. Nightmare?
And again, the chase down. They have that Wild Wing Ripper for the extra armor, too.
They've got everything they need. They throw it on the Midnight Pulse. He's just dead. A 3-hit gust, but now there's another
black
X.
hole.
They're slowly going forward for more, and LGD are willingly walking into them. X-Nova, as well as Chalice.
Solar's gonna walk away out of this? They're just like, there's no way this Bane's up here alone. It would be so crazy.
Pasha in the area, he has his black hole. Or they're just gonna get him from over on the side of the trees. And in no man's land yet again, Samis the Malif is able to take it down.
And now they're chasing after no storm.
Oh, the blink, no one with the reactions, able to get away. There was a sentry ward down, but now the boat coming in as well. They swap in one, trying to keep him alive. The Reaper sight not enough because of the boat buff, and now seeing if they can kill off FY. The wave of terror is through as well. No one trying to run. He tosses him over to his ally, Pasha. They find themselves another kill. Ramses with the double. And can they take down X-Nova as well?
That looks like it'll be a piece of cake. Pulling him down, couple free hits for Solo before the rest of the squad joins in, and that's a triple kill for Ramses. Saw like when they were struggling, if he doesn't get caught up by a black hole on the sidelines, like he basically hasn't fought since that regen rune, it feels like, you know what I mean? Like,
kind of just been collecting farm around the map and securing themselves the runes. There is going to be an X. Somnus showing up now to this fight, and oh, a good electric vortex, able to create a little bit of space. They're going to swap back out, but they do burn through that Aegis. The Soul Assumption making it happen, and Pasha so tanky. The black hole lands on a 3, and maybe coming back in. Can they turn this back around though? They're already losing so many on VP, but they got the Beast Grip. They're able to take down the Storm Spirit through the Aegis the second time through. Zombies are absolutely everywhere on the map, but no one blinks in, trying to take down FY, and there's going to be the toss. There's going to be the kill. They buy back on the Undying as Solos continue to just be hampered in by all of these undead beings chasing him out. But Chalice, has he gone too far now as well? There's going to be another toss. The Ghost Shroud keeping him alive. They bring down Solo on the side.
Oh, but Ramses just barely out of mana there. Might have had a chance to fish him off there, but this time VP were not able to focus down the Tombstone, and you saw the effect there on the Undying. Just disappear. Do they want to try and camp a high ground with the black hole? Do they want to try and bait someone on this mid wave? You can see Solo are drawing the lines here, saying they either went this way or this way.
The stand to try and break the smoke. It's Solo that's going to run into FY right at the start. They do get a swap there. Nightmares himself realizing, I don't want to be here anymore. And now the turn onto maybe Reaper's side onto 1. The boat's going to be there. Hits onto 2, but maybe does get out for the moment. Can they find anything else here? LGD hungry for kills, and Chalice chasing with all of these zombies around. They're going to try and escape. Pasha realizing everybody else has abandoned Chalice. And they've also got the sleep over on the side for the Undying, so they're going to find the kill onto the Necrophos. Chase forward for more. They want to kill no one, but they don't have vision. They can't find him even with the Remnant. And X-Nova still living here. Ame being chased down as well, 1 by 1. VP pull them down and continue to assert dominance here in this game at #1 upper bracket. X-Nova, no chance.
Marvelous team fighting coming up from Virtus Pro right now. That forward vision alerting them to the smoke that was coming their way. And this is the one that both teams really vying for, but I think is even more important for LGD. They're not going to get here. FY just might give himself away.
Wow, throws out the Wave of Terror, gets the vision, and VP, that's enough to scare him off. At least for the moment, but they find Ame. There's a good gust onto several. Pasha looking for the black hole. He gets it onto 2. Chalice trying to save his allies, if at all possible. The boat buff is going to be there, and the ship lands on X-Nova, finding the kill. They're calling out their chances. FY also going to be ran after. VP are feeling good, and why not?
And once again, where's maybe? You can't do anything. Hype up your team, send the birds after them. He has the armor as well from the Ogre Frostmage, just helping out his team when necessary during these fights.
Be a bit of an engagement coming through here. Ame revealing himself. They are still smoked up on the high ground. The Remnant is down as well. VP They're walking right into all the vision in the world and maybe going right for the initiation as well. The black hole hits onto nothing. Pasha can't make it happen, and now LGD potentially has an opening here. No one. There's going to be the Avatos play. They drop down the boat as well. It's still looking okay for VP. They're trying to bring down one. Can they kill him off in time? FY is going to die. They're buying back onto immediately back into this fight, but they have the X onto Ame. The Tombstone is up on the high ground and maybe trying to create some chaos. He's doing a good bit of work, but down to very low HP. They're tearing him apart. VP is starting to die. They kill off yet another chalice, making it work. Can they kill him off? Silence for the Visage. Ramsey's going to die. They're dead forever.
Maybe found his moment. He baited out that black hole flawlessly, and then the team turned. The buybacks had to be spent, but it's so worth it at this point. It's going to be a 3,500 gold swing and an Aghanim's Drow that gets another 1,700 gold added on top. They march straight down that mid lane for the tower, and they're in position for this early Roche spawn.
This is huge. A big turnaround for them, and oh god, maybe feeling it now. Wanting to find a kill here onto the Kunkka. They force out the buyback from Enigma. What is he going to do? They have the boat, though. There's going to be the buff to keep him alive, but Nova shows up as well. They've got more than enough damage to secure that gem.
Never doubt Dota Plus. That's what I'm learning.
They don't have buyback, Trent. They are losing this tier 3 tower. The only heroes alive are the Enigma and the Bait, and they're calling for the tier 4 towers. PSG, LGD, they smell blood, and they're coming hunting. GG is called.
From no one.
Are you kidding me? No one. It was not there, and LGD sees their moment.
One fight. One fight was all it took for them. Maybe just so perfect after such a difficult game.
Looks like PSG LGD gonna farm up the stack that was lovingly made by Virtus Pro. Solo. He's the Lina. And well, the Snowball also coming in, it sounds like. Over towards the side, they find themselves a catch here onto the Kunkka.
He is so far behind. He's gonna lose more in. This is hard on a strength roamer like this. Now 8 stolen for X-Nova. Oh no!
The Nightmare Dodge. Is it going to keep him alive? Or are they going to be able to find the kill, rather?
This Invis rune.
They're turning it back around. Solo maybe in trouble. They try and smoke to run away, but the crit is there. Ramsey's able to turn this one. Chaos in the jungle, as they're going to be able to find themselves Solo, and FY just trying to run away, but there is going to be an X, and it looks like they're going to be able to take down FY's
Maybe,
Tusk.
though. Also caught at the Roche pit.
Possibly.
Trying to run.
I mean, he's still getting away from them for the moment. The punches are coming. FY making a lot of space, and eventually the Snowball continuing to make space. Are you kidding me? FY, surely not. All right, yeah, he gets brought down to the end.
Ooh. Just narrowly getting the vision. He's making him work for it.
To amount to a kill, it looks like.
And it looks like they just got all 4 bounty runes here for the side of LGD.
Clinical.
You definitely need that as an alpha team.
And no one wants to find the stun here onto Chalice. Time lapse, there is still an X that's going to catch him. The global is going to be there. The boat is still going to connect at the end of it. So they find themselves a kill on no one. That's the beginning.
Yes, very good takedown Chalice like that. And give no one a little bit of gold, so. Keep those up. They want to keep the ball rolling. They're moving through. Solo has the Nightmare. He finds the correct one. This time we have the arrow, but he stops it.
Oh, the trade over with the Manta. Great play, and the Snowball save as well. Following for more. Roger is going to die here, it looks like, as they do have the vision to take him down. X-Nova running away. The Heal Scepter dodge still managed to hit there onto X-Nova, who is going to fall. Meanwhile, Gunablade out onto no one, still jumping out of there. They can't get the Sunder off. Yes. He still does have the Aegis.
Solo found that big kill with the Fiend's Grip. Now coming back up, they will miss with the arrow, and they're chasing forward. They have the Snowball.
FY looking for that opening. It's just going to Walrus Punch Solo there, and the Light Strike Ray going to connect. Now, can they find any more? LGD looking to continue this. Things working in consort to try and mess with the Terrorblade, but it just doesn't feel like they're at that point right now to be able to fight against the pressure that's coming. And you see this right here. How many feeling comfortable pressing this far forward while the smoke is going on, and they're looking for him. Find him immediately. There's going to be the Heal Scepter. Can they follow it up? Snowball, Walrus Punch. They have the Spear Vessel. He's not regenning. He's dying. Even throw the ulti to secure, but Pasha still rotates in here. He's all alone. Is he really trying to take this? They actually might be able to make this work, though. The silence is going to be there as well. Pasha's dead from Somnus as well. They buy back on the Mirana. X-Nova chasing forward on no HP, but FY is going to be there as well. And there's the Laguna Blade onto the Kunkka. Does not even get to cast his ship as Ramsey's also being ran at. LGD, what are you doing? You're just tearing at him. They're going for the Armwood toggle, but it's not enough. They take down the bottom tier 3 tower. Ame controlling so much space. They actually might be able to kill off this Terrorblade, but is he going to be able to get out of there? The snowball, they've got it. No one in trouble and dead yet again. LGD running over the corpses of Virtus Pro.
I think last game the buybacks weren't there. This time they were for Virtus Pro, but they were not used in the best possible way.
And you can hear the adoration from the crowd right now. A huge win right here as they are taking down the first set of barracks 25 minutes into this game. $13,000 gold lead.
Virtus Pro.
None on at all any of the heroes for Virtus Pro.
Roger, the only one that's even close.
And the arrow's going to go out. It's going to connect on Illusion.
Ramsey's
now they know. There's the Yule Scepter lift up. They do have a global stone if they want to use it. Possibly it's going to be dropped down, but they have the Aegis. It's on the Terrorblade, chasing forward for more. They bring down X-Nova low, but he's still not dead. He does finally fall. Can they kill off Roger? It is going to happen. And now can they chase for any more? Ramsey still diving into this one. He goes for the snowball. There's going to be a Fiend's Grip onto the Terrorblade, trying to kill him off. The Blade Mail's still going for Ramsey's as they lay into him. And well, there's the reflection coming out as well. They do bring him down one time, but it comes at the cost of the Wraith King's first life as well.
Back up, and he's just all on his own. The team is abandoning Ramsey's.
And trying to Armwood toggle his way out of this. It's not going to happen. He does take down Chalice. Not a bad kill there. Solo also being killed off as well, though. And 3 dead. That's the Aegis down.
To work around, it gives good opportunities for Roger to maybe find a couple stuns with the boat, and maybe that'll get enough space for the big Shiva's Guard from no one, and suddenly you've killed one hero and you can run down this fight. We are still dealing with a tri-core that isn't that traditional sense of having like someone relatively tanky. As Solo will finally get caught on a mission here.
Arrow flying out as well. VP, they're going to buy back on Solo. And there's the Diffusal Blade onto Pasha, forcing out the lead. The stun is going to connect. They have the X. The Torrent is going to be off the mark, though. Now the Terrorblade just walks in bold as brass and will throw out that reflection, daring them to come and fight.
And you can see, again, very disciplined play here from PSG LGD. They don't chase at all. They might have some pretty high mobility.
Now there's going to be the stun going out again. Locked for the moment. They still are tearing into this tower. Solo with nowhere really left to go, and he's going to get punched to death. Ame striking forward and asserting dominance over the captain of Virtus Pro, who bought back, so they don't have this Bane in the next fight. And it might not even be a fight, to be honest, the way that this is going. LGD just walking over them. No one trying to get it back with the Shiva's Guard, slow down this pressure that's coming. But this looks like it's going to be the second set of racks, and GG is called. Eventually, LGD stomp over him.
That was an emphatic victory from LGD. They never really looked behind. They saw every move coming from Virtus Pro. I think they knew what Virtus Pro were doing before Virtus Pro did. Like, they saw everything. All of these
have some sort of fight in these jungle areas, and that's exactly what Universe was trying to set up there with Pylai Die. Instead, they find too many heroes of Serenity.
Gonna be a 4K gold lead. Bounty runes right now. Fnatic still posturing forward.
Dire are scanning.
Universe is going to throw an arrow to try and protect it. LSA goes out, and they do manage to get a really good slowdown there from the Phoenix. Yule Scepter goes off to be able to dodge a lot of damage. That just sets up the tiny millions, but he keeps on missing the sun. PYW, a beautiful setup, but it's not good enough. The Supernova already up. They have to retreat. With Alina dead, they have very little damage left. So Fnatic, they do manage to win this initial fight, but PYW, he does have another opportunity with that blink. They're going to go for the Yule Scepter from Shin-Q, slowing down this Visage. Now he jumps in for the Visage Familiars. They jumped in. They managed to hit the stun with a follow-up arrow. The Reaper Sight is not going to be good enough. They completely whip that one. Now, maybe, just maybe with GGG, they will be able to pick up one kill, and that's Universe is out of leap charges. But still, a decent exchange there for Fnatic in the end, going 1 for 2. Kill the egg, and then they lose the fight, or they have to just run away from the egg, and that just gives a lot of opportunities for arrows or Fiend's Grip.
Oh, Pylai Die.
Speaking of that, man, he's going to get the Nightmare off. Caught by the LSA, though. Dead
Pylai
again.
Die doesn't care. Because look at this PYW.
Tries to get in there. Fnatic this time around do not manage to trade Pylai Dies for anything worth it. In fact, if anything, Abed may be caught here. PYW is going to toss it back into the team. That is a beautiful placement. They do throw out the Supernova, but there's no damage to be able to protect it. The arrow's going to come in, but the egg does explode still with all of Serenity focusing it down. Abed.
And that's fully completed now. Fnatic, this is what we were talking about. Mid-tower with the Aegis. You need to be able to grab this. Serenity, you don't want to give this up for free. There's no pressure being applied on the side lanes. Universe is going to connect to the rest of his team. This should be the big fight.
He feels like he's so tanky, and he might be right. The Gold Scepter being used on an enraged Ursa. That was not the initiation.
In the middle of everyone.
The Supernova. It does manage to go throw down, but the BKB activated by GGG with a flat cannon does manage to take that out.
This is a disaster.
And now, Fnatic just falling apart now. This best of one. They get all wiped. And Aegis come back here for Eternal Envy's Ursa, but he's got nowhere to run to. He can't blink out. That is 6 people dead from Fnatic, all for an Ogre. Phoenix, they feel good about winning a team fight.
And they know that Roshan is up soon. Serenity smoked up. They want to try to find a core here.
PYW leading the way. His smoke is going to pop first. He blinks the wrong direction. Universe is able to leap away. Arrow misses there. DJ's on the side. They spotted out with the Death Pulse. Eternal Envy's going to be found here. PYW, he may not have caught Universe, but Eternal Envy goes down instead.
Highlight die.
Sleep
onto the Necro.
No arrow, though. And again, hard hero to kill.
Jinkyu gonna poke his head into the Roshan pit.
Where's my pension?
Jinkyu calling for them to go for Roshan. And it's no surprise, 25 seconds on Eternal Envy's Ursa, and it seems like Fnatic were having troubles being able to win team fights, even with him in the game. Fnatic are gonna go for a 3-man smoke. Are they gonna stumble into the Roshan attempt? They're gonna throw out the arrow.
The arrow hits.
Jinkyu, that's pretty good. He's at half HP. They may just try and get this one. XEJ, he's gonna try and stop someone. Stop Highlight Die from being able to get Fiend Script, but it's still enough to be able to take out Jinkyu. But now Fnatic have to start retreating. XEJ, a little bit of target alert. They do manage to get a Nightmare out on Selena, trying to set up on him, but he managed to get off the BKB before the birds drop. Now PYW comes in and just starts beating down PYW.
And he's got some bashes.
Supernova already going down. He does manage to get the bashes coming in, but it's not enough to be able to win that fight. But maybe on the Lina, it's almost enough. The Reaper's Scythe is not enough to be able to stop him from killing the Lina. And now Jinkyu has to start backing away from Eternal Envy with no Ghost Shroud up for 3 seconds. They do manage to get the stuns. He gets a little bit of a Spirit Vessel. Jinkyu is still surviving though, and Fnatic retreat back to their shrine. GGG threatening them with the missiles. But Fnatic underneath the shrine will feel like they can still reset. Serenity, they're fine with the way the team fight is gone because they can go straight back into Roshan and claim that Aegis and Cheese.
Everyone fought back for that on both teams, as the Aegis and Cheese is going to go towards Serenity. Like you said, the gold lead.
Oh, hit that shrine. We have our buybacks are going to be more effective. Honestly, Fnatic, just a display of brilliance, seeing that opportunity of the arrow and taking full advantage of it. Even if they don't get the Roshan themselves, they now have a window back into this game.
Envy buys out his BKB. This is the big fight. Serenity, they need to grab a Rax here.
YW just goes for the quick kill on to Highlight Die. DJ comes in, does manage to hit some pretty good fire spirits, throws out the Supernova now. That's why GGG goes in. They need to be able to get the bash to protect the Supernova, and it's not good enough. GGG may die, but that's just going to be the Aegis, and there is going to be no go down. Universe is doing pretty good, but Envy still ends up falling. Abed gets some really good control, but there's just no damage to follow it up as Universe has already blown his BKB. They're going to finish off the Familiars and probably take the lane of Rax as well. Can they go for more, though?
It's a 3-on-2 right now. No buybacks on the side of Fnatic. Serenity should be aware of that.
No Familiars. Room. A lot of wiggle room for that Supernova to successfully go off instead of just being a distraction, which for the most part, that's what it's been.
The early gem pickup from the Ogre is going to pay off. Fnatic now playing blind, but they're going to smoke up anyways with no vision.
Highlight Die, he's going to be the first one to break the smoke. XCJ is on the front lines as well. PYW is going to jump in, try and go for the Bane. Universe immediately tries to see that opportunity to go for him, but they're also playing up Abed. Reaper Scythe comes in, takes him out. He does have a buyback. Eternal Envy turning with his BKB, but they just kite him around. This is the power of the Scotty and the Gyrocopter. Eternal Envy has nothing to be able to hold on to. The Moonlight Shadow drops the sentry, and there goes Envy.
Now they're trying to pressure the high ground. For Fnatic, this might just be do or die. Moonlight shadowed up.
They already have the sentries in place to be able to spot any attempts. Nightmare placed on the GGG. The arrow actually lands on him, but Eternal Envy, he took some damage there, so couldn't actually blink initiate at the right time. Slowly but surely, maybe not so slow, PYW does a lot of damage onto that tier 3. So Fnatic, they've got to come up with a response and fast. Otherwise, they will no longer have that tier 3 to rely on. Shin-Q takes a lot of damage too. There goes that Aeon Disc. He will be able to protect them. Supernova goes down, but they get the Vici grip onto the jar. Comes to the Supernova, still dies on ZYD. He managed to focus that on the back lines. Universe tried to go for the assassination attempt on Selena, couldn't quite get it and dies instead. He does have a buyback, but he's holding on to it now as he sees that his team is successfully repelling Serenity.
They're still 5-man strong right now. They've got the refresher on a Jin-Q.
And they've already popped that, so they've got a second round of the Aeon Disc. Jump in from PYW, he jumps and tries to take Eternal Envy, he managed to get the Laguna Blade. There goes Eternal Envy, there comes the buyback, and Reaper's side cuts down the Phoenix with no buyback either. He's dead for 2 minutes. And Arrow comes out, another swing and a miss there from Fnatic as they just seem to have no lockdown. Pylai die, he's just gonna die to flat cannon shots, not like this, Fnatic. A lane of Rags gone, Serenity, they see one more to go and they will have Megas, and they'll probably have the game in the bag.
Fnatic, if you get Mega here, that might just be all their hopes and dreams.
Trying to jump in, immediate Yule Scepter from CYD, stopping Eternal Envy. He tries to turn, but he can't really go on Jin-Q. He's already ghost shredded, so he goes PYW, but he's the last man standing. Eternal Envy calls it GG from Fnatic. Team Serenity will move on in the International, and Fnatic will be eliminated.
That is such a disappointing result for Fnatic. One of the 2 Canadian players in this tournament, NV, now knocked out. And look at how TNC pressures. They're really trying to choke them out right now. They're creating the pincer. They know that everyone is up there. They see that Mushi farming on the opposite side of the map. He's got Haunt. Mineski. It's still going to be a pretty dangerous fight for them.
Even if they couldn't hold their mid tower, they're going to go for the offlane one. The Shadow Realm gets popped. They go for the Terrorize, but Jabs is still dead. Sam H just keeps on killing that support.
They're getting sandwich here. Ice going to get stunned up. Has the Primal Split, but just gets bursted.
No opportunity whatsoever. They need that team fight ultimate. And now TNC with 2 pickoffs like that, if they take the offlane tower as well.
It's going to be Mushi because he can ulti in. I have to be with the rest of my team waiting for these potential fights.
That's why he's going to play with his 2 supports right now. In this high ground area that TNC is going to try and invade. Now the sentry's already laid in place, so they are going to be able to see these heroes invading. Ice blinks in, gets off the ultimate. No global silence this time around. Gets the stun out of Tim's. Armel does manage to blow up. The start there, the Undying already going down, but TNC want to be able to pursue for more. They're just a little bit scared. All 3 cores are kind of clumped up right now. With the Brewmaster ultimate about to wear out, that Primal Split is going to go down soon. Armel just needs to be able to get away from these 2, but he's already been inside the buy stuff. Terrorize, Jab's going to turn around, trying to get the stun onto Armel. Raven's going to challenge Moon, BKB for BKB, and then go up into the high ground, joining the rest of his team to finish off the Dark Willow.
Still triple BKB popped by TNC. After start.
Comes Mineski. Leading off with Moon first, Jab second.
They think that Roshan could potentially spawn. That's why they're going for this.
Ice leads the way. They manage to get the side device. Instantly Spectre pops the ultimate and Terrorize, trying to get the chain stun, but the global sound stops it. So Raven will be able to shadow walk away. Spectre goes for Tims instead, tries to get in front of him, and he does. Good play by Mushi, gets in front of Tims, but still Armel, he came into the backline, blew the BKB, already killed the Undying. Now the Terrorize goes out, doesn't actually hit anything there. Spectre is still relatively healthy though, and can keep chasing down these heroes. That's where you're gonna see Tims fall with the Dark Willow, as well as the Primal Split Pandas. Armel slowed down by the dagger here. He's just going to keep on tornadoing people, holding them in place. Cuckoo does manage to TP back though, but Ice. Maybe he's a little bit too far forward. Raven's damage is still immense, and he had the BKB. He held it the entire team fight. He trusted the global silence to bail him out earlier. And
got invis. It's a lot easier for them to just engage and disengage. Whereas for Mineski, once you commit with the Primal Split, that's it. You've committed. You use your haunt. You have to win the team fight in that span of time. Once that passes, your window of opportunity is just entirely closed. And that's what I think TNC has realized, because yes, you're playing against a Spectre, yes, you're playing against a Shadow Fiend, but it's much easier for them to get their damage off.
Tims trying to go for the D-ward here, is going to be forced down, double force down, tries to get away, stuns up himself as well as Armel. Jab's going to be able to get the counter detection out there to be able to control these heroes. Tim's going to be the first to fall. Armel with his BKB still trying to keep his distance away from Mineski. They do finally manage to catch him. They're going to turn around and try and go for the Spectre. Spectre receiving a lot of healing. Mushi pops the Manta, daggers up in the high ground, and will just barely be able to escape. BKB activated by Raven though. He's a little bit scared of taking this fight further. It looks like Armel's going to be the one left out to dry here, as they do have the scythe device. Do they have a reveal? They don't have any more. Armel, in his second use of the Shadow Blade in the team fight, allows him to live. So again, we just trade off supports. Everyone gets low. Everyone is close to dying. But
in the area, both teams.
20 health regen for the Clinks, so he wants to make sure that he's always healthy in order to take these fights rather than the extra bit of range.
I think it's to be able to survive the Spectre Haunt too. Like once you're able to shuck that off, you can take that engagement as TNC.
Cuckoo. Glimmer Cave trying to run in.
Armel from the top. Let's see who he finds. 27 seconds still on Ice.
Fine, jumps in, grabs Ninja Boogie instead of Ice, blows him up already. Beyond Godlike for him, but now he's got to get out. The Terrorize is going to land on him. Life Drain onto from Sam H. Armel dropping down to about half HP. Moon's trying to get the damage, but he just keeps on running away. Cuckoo is the target from the Spectre instead. Now he jumps onto Armel, but again, a Life Drain, keeping him a little bit of HP. Tims comes in, nice, backwards stun, hits on 3. Raven's going to get in the middle of the mix, pumping his BKB. The Spectre finally goes down thanks to Sam H, while Raven hunting Moon. Moon hiding inside that jungle area, but Raven knows. He knows exactly where he is. But he Shadow Blades and will be able to get out. He still has the dust on him for a little bit of time. It's going to wear out soon. The AoE blast, though, it's enough. Sam H, he got both the Spectre and the Shadow Fiend out of that one. And finally, TNC convincingly win a team fight, taking down 2 cores of support and have control of the Roshan pit.
Yeah, I think I read this wrong because TNC, their ability to get their damage off is just so superior. Yes, Spectre is usually the late game hero, but
trying to go see it on that high ground, but the side device from Raven. Mineski in their pursuit into the high ground, so Cuckoo gets back, and Armel, you know, both him and Sam H are immediately going to start going for those tier 3s. So Mineski, their plans have been foiled, and the punishment is their tier 3 now going down to about half HP. Moon coming in from behind with the double damage. This is going to be chaos. He's able to get to the back line. He's going to be able to take out the Pugna first. Brewmaster gets in there, man. Everyone's down multiple heroes. TNC, they're down on 3. Armel's going to be in next up. There goes the dust pop. They don't get the dagger on him, but they do manage to keep damage to prevent him from being able to get out. He managed to get an avalanche in. Ninja Boogie will die as a result, but it pops a tombstone, which will just be another tool to chase down Armel. That's 4 dead from TNC. What a beautiful setup there, using that double damage and the TP around, managing to get behind and take out Sam H, who has been a problem. Every single time they've gone for these fights, they've been hitting Armel first.
Did they not have vision in that top area?
I don't think
see
so.
The Shrine TP?
No.
Oh.
That is a significant mistake, or maybe they just didn't notice.
Cuckoo at bottom, gonna get caught on here as Jabs pops the ulti. This might just be 5, and indeed it is, and now the gold lead. Just at 10k.
Oh, Mineski are feeling themselves now. They've killed a whole lot harder to take perfectly when you're not so close to your base. So as they do manage to get quite the windfall in net worth, now TNC is only 5k ahead. Mineski also put themselves at risk. They're a little bit more split up now. Now they're going to be playing on TNC.
They've got another DD rune, Armel.
Oh. It went so well last time, so Moon's gonna go and get it again immediately. Armel does manage to get the disable onto Moon, but he caught the BKB, and now Armel doesn't have any more damage left. They've already taken out Cuckoo. That's gonna be Mushi's job every single time. Armel's BKB is about to wear out, but now Armel dies here. They're trying to go for the side. They're trying to go for Spectre. They're controlling him pretty well, but he pops the Manta, and now he's gonna be able to turn, gets the Abyssal Blade onto the Clinks. They need to be able to get Raven out. Armel goes down here. Down by all the tombstone, and now Armel is gonna be caught by Jabs as well. TNC are falling over the place. 2 men dead. 3 actually is TNC with only the buyback on Raven. How can they hold this with only an Earth Spirit?
It's 2 on 5.
All of a sudden, just 2 team fights, and Mineski may have just scored themselves a win. They're going straight for the tier 4s.
I think it's
over. The throne exposed, and it seems to be over. Tims tries to come in, instantly gets side device. No damage comes out whatsoever. Instant buyback. They do manage to take out Jabs, but Raven by himself trying to take on Mushi, who's just so much HP. They can't really stop the throne from going down. They poke at Mushi bit by bit. He gets a Abyssal Blade up. Now controlled kick away. That's going to be able to buy maybe Raven a little bit of time. He's trying to get back to the fountain, but the rest of the team will finish off the throne. Mineski come back and survive through the international. They only still a bit away. 400.
A little bit away. They could look to jump in before he has that BKB out, and as you say, with the Blade Mail, that's a fantastic time for Winstrike to get Non-Grotto in on the front lines.
Yeah, Newbee's going for their own play too, because they have all this ward vision around top.
Mugi shows himself a little too long. Non-Grotto in straight away. There we have it with the Blade Mail. Mugi will try and throw spells out, but it's only going to speed up his own demise. As they lose the Gyrocopter, Newbee, no fear. Just go straight for the TP out, back to base, away from Kaka's Bedlam.
And makes it safely before any sort of stun can kick in. TP's coming up towards the top as they'll look to fight onto Newbee. Newbee themselves with the smoke, trying to find their own surprise jump, and they do. SCCC immediately in with a blink on top of Always Wanna Fly, can't get out a single spell, but there's the backup. Stack comes in, the two-man avalanche gets Faith with a quick punch, and now they turn towards SCCC. They have the Spear and Lance slowing him down, the arrow will be thrown out, stuns Nongrada temporarily, but it won't save the Dragon Knight, as SCCC gets taken down as well.
Not with Newbee, and Faith is also lagging a bit behind.
I mean, KP, he can TP, well, he's not got the he's got the
very
one
low
charge, he
mana.
wants to one and TP. They do find Nongrada on the back, they're going to lead in, but he gets the Blade Mail out in time, so it's going to make it hard for them to go on him. They're trying their best, the Tombstone's been dropped down, SCCC looking ahead into the tree line, but the turnaround's sort of there. Now he pops the BKB, arrow does connect onto Nongrada, gets swapped out by No Fear on the side, Kaka with a Bedlam, he found Iceberg with a Fiend's Grip from Faith, they get a second, No Fear trying to fight back, but he's left alone, he'll go down silent, he's turned up to the fight, can he find anything? He looks towards KP with a decay from Always Wanna Fly, they do find one, but silently he's just got to somehow get himself out of there. He's got the TP back up in 4 seconds. He's trying to hide in the tree line. The chase is there from Kaka. Can Silent get away with this TP? He's going for it. He gets out. He will get out of there, but at the end of the day, still a great move from Newbee, getting that wrap around. You could see it there. They weren't quite prepared, Winstrike. They were split up. Nongrada did get the Blade Mail out, but they were too separated to really help one another against the control that he...
Yeah, I mean, if they can split it up, if they can ever get a Fiend's Grip and a Willow ulti to kill Tiny, that was literally just his 2 supports that killed him in that last fight. That's the dream scenario. Like, mess with Nongrada, make the fight total chaos so the Venge can't actually look for a situation.
Look at
to go for
this.
those swaps.
Instantly, they hit a scan, they go for the Moonlight Shadow, make a move, make a play. No Fear's there with the swap out. Will mean that he sacrificed himself. Nongrada sort of looking to try and get back in on this maybe. Silent, he's going to doppelganger up to the high ground. They want to take this fight, Winstrike. They're looking for SCCC, but he gets the BKB out. The Terrorized sending Iceberg back, allowing Mugi to chase it down with the Rocket Barrage. They've lost 3. Silent, he's trying for Kaka. The buyback will come out from Faith, but the Shadow runs back up. Kaka, he's going to be fine. Silent trying to go for the AFK play. Is it enough? The homing missiles onto him with the grip. Faith has the control. They lose Kaka, but they've got Silent. It's an ultra kill for Mugi. And again, Winstrike, they seem to be trying to force themselves into these fights, which is just never going to work for them.
The Dragon form, but Newbee all in the position around this end. Winstrike are not killing it as fast as they'd like.
Nongrada just got to do his best to sort of block off any initiation. As they're looking to lead him with the Bramble, No Fear, trying to draw their attention outside of the pit. Winstrike still going for it, but now the cooldown comes down. Mugi charging in straight away with the Mjolnir above him, and the BKB online. They'll get the stun onto Always Wanna Fly. He's gone down. Nongrada leads him with the hook shot. KP on the side, gets jumped up on Iceberg, will be able to combo down the Mirana. SCCC and Mugi still trying to move forward, but the BKBs have now worn off. They're back into the pit, but Mugi's pretty low. The Roshan doing so much damage to them here. They've lost Mugi. They'll get the Aegis on Silent.
Oh my God.
Iceberg, Winstrike, they get both. They get the kills. Can they get the cleanup? Faithful get out. But Winstrike, that time around, able to sort of kite the fight out, wait until the BKBs of Newbee wore off, and then get back in, get the cleanup, get the Aegis onto Silent, and not only that, getting the kill on Roshan.
30-56 with the anti-treads.
Look at this, Winstrike, they're able to take a tier 3 tower without Newbee doing anything. Tier 3 on the bottom lane is gone. It's Silent starting to hit into the racks. Newbee, they've got to do something to answer this. They'll enfeeble the Phantom Lancer inside the base. Mugi just being forced back by the illusion spam from Silent. Nongrada in with a hook shot. He's able to find KP. KP still with a leap away. Will be fine. The Terrorized down onto a couple of Winstrikes, sending them back. They have managed to separate them as Newbee looks to commit with the BKB from SCCC. But the swap's there for No Fear. Getting Iceberg in onto Kaka. They're trying to target here. This hero, Tyler, can they kill him? They can, but he's got the Aegis. He's going to be back for a second round. Mugi has to get out with the BKB already used. Nongrada back in with a hook shot. Does die. That's Nongrada on for 75 and No Fear dead as well. They're losing heroes. 3 down now as Newbee, they're holding, they're cleaning up. Silent's still alive though, maybe he can do this on his own. The buyback comes out from Faith. Silent now will back away. He's the last one left alive. We'll see if Kaka can find the control onto him as he looks to head in. Silent goes for the TP and will make it. Well, very close to level 25 on the Phantom Lancer. As we would imagine, taking the Doppelganger talent, he's going to have that ability to jump around even more.
You see that talent he chose though, the 4 max juxtaposed illusions. We tend to see the Phantom Rush.
We now see the attempt to lead. They go for the hook shot. Nongrada onto Kaka. Will split up the fight here with the cogs. They get the jump of the combo from Iceberg onto Kaka to take him down. BKB's been popped by KP as he looks to go in for the kill on Nongrada. Will find it. Turns towards Always Wanna Fly. Another lead forward. Gets himself the double, but indeed on the back. Silent. He gets swapped out. No Fear. Buys him some time. Can't Silent get out of it. He's got a doppelganger. Iceberg jumps in with the combo. The break hit onto SCCC. It's enough to punch him down and beat him out. The homing missile connects onto Silent. Mugi's got the damage to finish him off. They find the 3 for 3. Mugi on the retreat. Does to be careful, no fear. Trying to see if he can chase and get the catch on him. But Mugi should just be speedy enough to make himself safe and out of there. Have a lot of numbers cleaning out the middle lane. So they know that there is time before Newbee sort of gets over, and they can do it very fast with the auras, with the Wave of Terror. With the arrow does come through. It's going to hit onto Roche. It's only going to help them here. Newbee's got to get in now if they want to do something about this. And SCCC looks to come in. Straight in. They've got the Terrorize as well. Kaka sending them outside of the pit. But Iceberg got the BKB off. He's looking to finish Roche. Can he get it? No. Newbee get the Roche, but Iceberg gets the Aegis. But Winstrike, they've lost 3. They're going to lose the Aegis out of the hands of Iceberg as Newbee cleaning up around the pit. They have lost Mugi, but Newbee, they've got the numbers. They'll control him. Non-Grider comes in with a hook chase, trying to help out his brother Iceberg. Iceberg turns with the toss onto Kaka. Kaka's got the shadow ram here. The arrow in onto Silent, but Kaka falls. Silence back in, turns towards SCCC, gets the Dragon Knight. The buybacks there from Winstrike will allow them to come out on top. But in and control around this area, they know that they've got the advantage in terms of being able to do so with that kill that they found onto Kaka.
Yeah, they're just keeping themselves around here. It's great that they have those racks for themselves because it keeps that pressure going.
Non-Grata
goes
He's
in.
looking to lead in straight away, but there's the counterplay. Faith on the sideline with the Fiend Grip, but did they have the damage to kill him? They don't. He's got the BKB and the Blade Man out. They get the swap onto SCCC, but SCCC's able to blink back, but he's stuck in the trees! He's stuck in the trees! SCCC's gone!
Oh my god.
Dead for 2 minutes!
If they ever get those situations where they're having to use a Fiend's Grip on a Clockwork 2, the fight's already looking very troublesome for Newbee.
I'm going to have the slot for the cheese in these fights.
Yeah, I guess that's probably why. And buyback, maybe buyback boots and travel or something along those lines. Just wants to make sure he has the gold.
They know that they're in there. They saw the flare come over as well as the Wave of Terror. Can they get in though? That's the question. Mugi trying to lead him with the corner, but not Grada. Keeping him out outside them with a hook shot straight away on Mugi. They get the swap out. Mugi gets the chance to put the BKB, trying to hit it on Grada, but the Blade Bell is hurting him. They've lost the Bane. Mugi on the side versus No Fear, but No Fear. He's got the Agony in play. He can still continue punching. The buybacks coming out from Newbee. They look to control him, but SCCC is down. Silent and Iceberg still in the pit. They'll finish off Roche and they'll get the Aegis on Silent. Non-Grada still playing around with KP. He has the gem, has the detection, chases down KP, and KP's gone as well.
The swap instantly, the Fiend's Grip literally like instant duration, like it didn't even last for like a half a second or something. The instant swap out, they get the perfect team fight.
Going down. But they're onto the barracks.
They can't push them off. The buildings are going to die. Look at Iceberg. He just chunks right through them with Silent.
Look at the Curse Crown onto the Tiny, but there's Non-Grada. He's looking to go straight in. Doesn't find the hook shot onto Mugi. But in the Winstrike, able to claim that final set of racks
now
in.
KP.
Look at the jump. KP's able to leap away. The Terrorize just start to push them back as KP will survive with the BKB and the Moonlight Shadow Invis. Non-Grada getting Curse Crowned. The Courier actually going down, did have the Refresher Shard on there for Winstrike, but I don't think they'll care too much as they've taken all the racks. They're onto the tier 4s. Still 20 seconds without SCCCs. Look at the speed that they take these down. Iceberg with the right clicks. He's found one tier 4. Mugi leaning in. Does get always want to fly, but Non-Grada comes in with a hook shot. Unable to trap Mugi with the cogs, but Silent straight on top of KP. KP getting bashed up, cannot escape. KP's gone. Iceberg in with a combo. Finds Faith. Mugi getting pushed back to base. SCCC will be back up in a couple of seconds, but they've lost both tier 4 towers as Newbee's Ancient is exposed. Silent still standing strong, but he gets stunned. SCCC able to find the jump. He has got the Aegis though, Silent, if needs be. Double gangers to the side. Non-Grada falling pretty low, but he's got the Blade Mail out. Can they kill off Silent even once they can? They'll kill Silent once. They'll turn towards No Fear. Mugi trying to chase down this Vengeful Spirit. He's slowed down by the right click of SCCC. Gets the swap onto SCCC. Back into the clutches of Iceberg. Silent, he's on top of Mugi. Mugi's dead. GG is called as Winstrike knock Newbee out of the competition. Newbee will be unable to make a revenge run as Winstrike, the new lads in town, are moving a step forward here at TI8's lower bracket. Which he's going for first after the Dragon Lance because he can feel it. He knows the pressure's coming in from Vici Gaming. It is going to get to the point where he has to turn up to the fight despite as much as he wants to keep focusing on farming.
He has to be able to deal with just the Yules combo. If he just gets walked up and Yules down, then quick.
They try for the RP, but indeed the Yules straight away onto Yang. Yang now being focused, but DDC from the sideline comes in with a wraparound, gets the 2-man stun, setting up Sylar for the double kill. Only Yang to fall at the moment. The shackle shot from Fate comes in as Sylar moves in. There's the Sunder, back up to full health. They find a third, they'll lose DDC. But a scary fight for Vici Gaming there because that's Thunder turning up with Sylar and he's now getting involved in the action.
You can get that blink up before the RP happens. Some situation. Thunder. They have meta up in 20. They're looking for something. Side here.
Smoke's gonna wear out Yang. He looks to commit, but straight away the global silence. The Orchid comes out. There's nothing to follow at that RP as DDC already gets picked up on the back. Lanham straight in with the Echo. The Vici follow-up. He gets the lockdown on Silence. Silence wants the BKB, but can't get the Sunder off. They've lost 2, they've lost 3. They buy back on DDC. Fade's been spreaded out, cuts himself out with the power shot, but he's surrounded by the Treants. Double kill for 11. They clean up Freeze as well as Vici Gaming crush the team fight. It's exactly what we're saying with this Magnus. The jump in instantly counterplayed.
A quick global. Not only that, he got orchided as soon as he jumped. The global comes out, and also in the backlines, Freeze was in a perfect spot on the sidelines. Breaks the smoke, sees everything because they have that high ground vision that they placed before that fight started.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that. You just see all the ultis being used from Vici, and they get a perfect fight.
And now 22 minutes in, with this build from Paparazzi, they can put so much pressure on. Giving up their position. Tower will go down. 11's able to find a deny.
No gold.
As Freeze and DDC, do they really want to try and make a go on 11? 11 is sort of separated from the team, so it would not be a bad time to make a go, and they do. Straight in, the global silence is there, and that gives a chance for 11 to pop the BKB, turn around, and he goes at it with the Orchid. He just takes down DDC. Freeze tries with the TP out, but the Fish is there to cancel the TP. Vici Gaming now turning their attention towards Freeze. They'll take him as well. They couldn't kill 11.
They saw a chance, but
global silence.
Global silence.
Constant in power from Yang. He can farm. If the game goes on, you can expect to see this Terrorblade stay at the top. The problem is, though, the rest of his team will fall behind in comparison to sort of the even spread of farm that Vici Gaming's 3 cores have.
And can he take it versus that tricord?
Yeah, Yang does get the RP, but again, the global silence out straight away. The Fish is out on all of them. Lanham walks in, looks for the control onto the Magnus, but they don't need it. They find the Laguna. That's going to be Yang gone. The BKB's out from Sylar, but he can't find a target. He has to try and retreat somehow, but he's been used up. Ori with the setup into the light strike away on the side. There's the goal for Lanham! Lanham's in with the Echo Slam, gets the ball!
Absolutely.
Lanham! Oh! Just to really rub salt into the wounds there, Lanham cleaning up the team fight with that jump.
Has all the buybacks in the world.
Oh, they certainly do, but they're 14k behind now. The Vici Gaming have over Thunder's half of the map. It's very hard for Thunder to sort of leave the map, leave their basin, and look for those smoke plays without it being too obvious.
Walk up this high ground, Lanham.
They do find Lanham. Straight away with the shackle, the global silence does come out, but he's already got the metamorphosis off Sylar. Is it enough damage to find Lanham? He forces himself forward for the Invis. Lanham's able to get away with the Shadow Blade. You're going to see Yang jump in, he gets the RP on Ori. Ori's down. Top RP there from Yang. It's not a flashy one, but it gets the job done. He gets on Ori, they take the Lina out of the fight, now they're looking for more. Fade tries with the shackle. Doesn't connect, 11 will be able to walk off. But there, again, we're sort of seeing the pickoffs that they need. It doesn't matter if it's just one in the RP. If it's one of the cores, they know it's going to stop Vici Gaming from looking to fight.
And Paparazzi.
Oh, he's got the lead in. Fade blinks in, gets the shackle. Can they bring the rest in time? Yes, they can. Reaper Scythe as well. Paparazzi dead for 110 seconds.
And let's look at Lincoln's finished.
He's got it.
Meta does end. That push. Gonna smoke up. Gonna look for a catch off of it. Have to watch out, Yang. Be so careful.
I know there's no metamorphosis. He's got to hit a big RP, and there is a chance to do so. No global silence. Bishop. Steps a freeze. Ori, look at the combo. Paparazzi send a Tempest double in. They won't find the control, but they do get the burst on DDC. DDC's gone. Already the rack starting to be beat upon by the Tempest double. Ori has used the BKB. Light strike array down. There's the jump forward. Can they get the shackle? They can't. Instant a hex onto Fade. There'll be a buyback for DDC. Sylar heads into the Yang. Oh no! He whips it. Doesn't grab anyone. Sylar's got to be careful now. The BKB's worn off. The Linkers has been propped. He gets sent up the force, but Lanham in with the slam on top of Sylar. Sylar getting control of the lost Yang. Sylar gets himself onto the side, but Yang have faded down. They get the Reaper Scythe down onto Lanham, but Lanham buys back immediately. Only 3 alive on Thunder. Can they hold the jump in from Paparazzi? Tempest double with the Hex. Ori's going in deep. Ori loses the Aegis, but DDC gets taken down. There's a dieback on the Lion. Vici Gaming taking another set of racks here on this bottom lane. As they get the control, the stun, Ori with the zap. There'll be a buyback from Freeze, but they've lost the bottom lane of racks.
Lanham has another Echo. He's used the refresher shard. He's prepared.
Only Freeze and Sylar alive to try and defend this. Freeze trying to go for Fenrir. Fenrir getting low. Fenrir will fall. But now Freeze, he has to be careful. 11 actually getting beaten down by Sylar. Sylar's in front of him, but there's the slam again! Let him straight in, looking for the angle. Sylar's still alive for now. Can he get us under off? He can't. Sylar's down. Freeze as well. He'll get bursted. Sylar buys back.
But it's just Sylar.
It's just Sylar. 20 seconds until Lions back in. 20 seconds before Fade's back in. Sylar getting jumped upon. Sylar gets the BKB with the global after the BKB, meaning no Sunder for Sylar. GG is called as Vici Gaming take down Thunder and knock Thunder out of the competition. Vici Gaming will move forward, and boy did they deserve it here, taking down one of the big sort of end bosses in China, the Sylar.